Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Lighting Your Sunshine, where we like to shine a light within and empower ourselves. So for today's reading, I kind of have an intention. I have some things that I need to focus on, so I'm not going to be making videos for the next little bit. And so I want to make a message or a video about what can others do in the meantime, in terms of energy work to help empower themselves with, I don't know, whatever obstacle comes, difficult emotions, obstacles, something like that. Just words of encouragement or something. That's my intention. So let's shuffle and see what they have to share. Okay, so while I'm shuffling, we did get the Ten of Cups sideways. So that's interesting. It's not in the upright, it's not in the reverse, it's stuck kind of in limbo. And I heard, because it's all in my head, and so I tried to like think of who that was. And I think it's Tim McGraw, and I'm not the biggest country fan, so yeah, I'm picking up on that song, I'm pretty sure. So with that being stuck, so Ten of Cups is like happy wish fulfillment. It's like just overfilled love and joy, happy. Like look, this one almost looks like we'll say all-American dream type vibe going on in this card. Lots of trophies, lots of joy, and stories and memories, they say. It's the stories and memories, the funny times. Those are the important things to remember in this moment. And then we had the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So the main thing that stands out to me is obviously being handed money and the justice skills on the top part's hand in reverse. So something about money and lack of finances. And then this one showed up upside down. This one I'm getting a feminine energy coming from it. And like colors pink and orange. Oh, funny. Kind of like sunset kind of image. So let's see what else before I look at the card. What do you want to share? So it just doesn't matter. Just flip it over. Just go. And so I don't know if this was in reverse because I kind of grabbed it weird, but when I looked at it, the light itself was kind of, I couldn't focus. So what is it? We have Two of Pentacles. It was these lights. When it was in reverse, it just didn't focus the image properly. So I want to look at it this way again. When I look at it this way, I'm actually getting like a praying mantis type vibe. Yeah, so, okay, so there's something to do with a praying mantis. I just keep seeing that like leeching, lurking in the background. Isn't it like, I don't know much about praying mantises. Aren't they the ones that like kill their spouse after like mating with them? Okay. I'm getting weird praying mantis vibes. And I'm getting goosebumps and it's not stopping. But I got smart and started bringing sweaters. Okay, so Pentacles, all about balance and work and environment, things like that. Let's just get in the happy energy before we actually look into those praying mantis. So whatever it is, like it's weird. It's a weird because this is not right. This is in the reverse. It has to do with like money, and then Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, again, is business, but it's in reverse. So when I look at it, when I finally zone in and focus, my heart is feeling so unsteady, unsure. And that's where I go, and then I direct myself and I see the ships. We got the sailboat and then the actual ship, and it's rocky waters, it's saying. So the whole intention with this was sorry, I can't think when I'm cold. And whenever spirit comes in, you think I would get used to this, but it just doesn't. It just is such an intense feeling all the time. No matter how much you raise your vibration, it's just going to get higher and higher. Okay, this whole reading was about an emotional unfulfillment. It's like almost, but not. It's not yes or no. It's actually like an even weirder feeling, this in between something. My heart doesn't feel quite sure or steady, and my stomach feels so nervous. Because it has something to do with family, love, career, money, finances. Are you able to have safety and stability in the things that you want? But this praying mantis energy, that's the weird thing. I think they are a problem. They are. And okay. I feel like, okay, so I'm so stuck on even delivering a message. And that's kind of what I get with this energy is it like lurks and it just keeps things stuck or stalled. It's okay. It doesn't want a yes or a no energy, because in the in-between energy, I'm seeing that's trapped fear. That's right, because at least if yes or no, you have an answer. But when you're trapped in the mind, that's what I kind of hear, because the heart energy in this reading, I feel scared. I feel scared of the unknown, and that can be scary, obviously. But let's pull some more cards in this, because with praying mantis energy, it's like you can't let that dictate and rule your life and keep you stalled in nothing. Because even in like those tests that they did with the rice, right, they focused on, oh man, I absorb things, but I don't actually keep like details and facts, and I'm really bad at sharing those back again. But that rice experiment with, I think, Dr. Kyoto, where it was like 3 jars for a certain amount of time. One they gave positive affirmations to, one they gave negative affirmations to, and one of them they just ignored. The one that they gave positive, it turned into like rice vinegar, something like that. The negative one, it went moldy. But the one that got ignored went even moldier than the negative energy one. And so that's kind of what the Spirit's saying, is to be stuck in nothing is worse than to succeed or to fail. Because at least if you fail, you can pick yourself up, you have an answer, things are finalized. Like, it's that in between that keeps people stuck, and that's where you don't live life. But with the Pentacles, I'm seeing money as a risk or security. And so not really going for what you want because you don't know if you can financially do it, or, you know, maybe this praying mantis is like holding finances above someone and trying to control their outcome, which I can guarantee that that's just an energy that can't go on forever, because in the end, it will end up burning both people. You can't control another person ever, especially if it comes to money and finances. Those are 3D things. And if you're stuck up at nighttime worrying about how you're going to make ends meet, that worry is just going to build more worry, and it's going to keep you trapped in that no moving energy. And these ships, yes, they're rocky and they're going through some really big tumultuous waves right now, but it's better to have movement and answers than to be no sail, no winds, and trapped in the middle of the ocean with no food or water or land in sight. again, I'm hearing, would you bite the hand that feeds you? So, okay, maybe, I feel like this one wants to too. Okay, so I made a little reading yesterday, and it was, so the intention of this is I really want to work on how can we work through energy to help benefit us in this time, because I do need to take a little bit of time away because I have some things I need to focus on. And so I did make another video on how to use cards or pull cards for yourself and learn to trust your own intuition. And so those cards are kind of coming out in this video. So I'm gonna post that. It's already uploaded. I just wasn't sure when or where or what. So let's do 2 today, because here's the cards. So in the last reading, it was all about, it wasn't really a reading. I just pulled 3 cards, and it mostly was just showing you how I work and how I interpret energy or signs and work with my guides, and how not to trust just the cards, but the intuition, how to clear your deck, do those kind of things. So in it was about this. Okay, this card came out, 10 of Pentacles. This was the outcome. There was okay, so this, I don't know how to tell this story because I don't quite remember the story. And that's it, when you tell a story or you do a message, right, you're connected, you blah, 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 blah. And then ideally, when you disconnect, you let that go and you don't have to deal with that energy anymore. It's theirs to unwrap however they see fit. Could you imagine if you were like latched onto everybody's story that you ever gave a reading to? Like, I remember maybe like some things like, hey, did this kind of happen? But yeah. So trying to remember that story. But in it, okay, so here's what's got me. It's the Page of Pentacles. She showed up in it too, as well as this 10 of Pentacles. And in the other one, there was a Knight of Pentacles who showed up. And so the Page of Pentacles was off on her thing, doing her work and everything. And then the Page of Pentacles the Knight of Pentacles knew that there was, just let them go do their thing. Let them build, let them create whatever, because they were really busy with work and career. And he was just sitting there smoking a cigarette at his car, chilling. He knew he didn't really have to rush off and take charge, because Pentacles are the slower energy of them all, right? It's really knowing, it's manifesting, it's building on a solid foundation. It's not forcing something and being like, I need this, and shoving it there to work because I just need it, rather than letting the universe bring it effortlessly, and that piece fits perfectly to where it's like indestructible. This one was in reverse today, the Page of Pentacles. And what's interesting is because they had the Knight of Pentacles before, this time, this is coming out as the Emperor. Whoa, okay, something shifted in this Knight of Pentacles. It was like really slow action. And that's what I feel like is just pressure kind of always building and building and building. This Emperor has definitely gone through a huge spiritual awakening to become the Emperor, because in the last reading they showed up as the Knight of Pentacles, but the Emperor itself, so Page, Knight, Queen, King, right, in the court cards. But the Emperor is all 4 kings in one. So each king kind of embodies a aspect of ourselves that we kind of need to learn to master. This right, King of Cups is water and emotion. They're very loving and giving and nurturing. King of Wands is fire and passionate, drive and an ambition. A King of Swords would be someone very intellectual and grounded. They use reason, and they don't let emotion come and dictate how they take in almost the benefit of all. And then who else do we got? King of Pentacles. And King of Pentacles is all about like stability, commitment, like all those things. He's very in charge. And so the Emperor, he's taken all 4 of those lessons and incorporated it into one. The Emperor is a very powerful masculine energy to step into. And so interesting. Because, yeah, so stepping into this power and this role, right? The only reason I find that interesting is because this one is stuck sideways. This, I don't know, emperors make things happen, right? And so I find it interesting to see this stuck happiness. But again, it comes down to money and balancing scales and finances. There is rough waters, and there is that praying mantis energy in the background. So praying mantis, the only thing that I find interesting is, why is this one now in reverse? Oh, because she was in reverse yesterday as well. I'm remembering that now. Because when we did the reading, it was like, it's like, okay, yes. Okay, so when we read the book, it was all about Page of Pentacles was like someone who is just starting a new adventure or career. They just kind of stepped into their money and they don't really quite know how to utilize it and use it for the best yet. But this was in reverse. It was calling them like a trust fund baby that just got all this money and didn't really, now they're like, what do I do with all this? And in it, it was like, no. This Page of Pentacles works really, really hard. They know the value of $1 and saving, and they worked through every level to build them up to there. So they're not going to go around and frivolously overspend and those things. So why is she showing up? Why is this story showing up with this story? Because in the last story, it did end up, the king, the knight had to let this energy go off and do their thing. And I don't think that this one ever really will be paying attention, because they've just been focusing. They're like, I got this, and I got this, and I got this. And they're just doing. Whereas the knight was just sitting around and waiting. It's like they knew that they wanted to work with this energy, because in the end of the story, it did come into this 10 of Pentacles togetherness. And I feel like just going to go get that card to show you how much he changed. But that's the thing, is as he was sitting there, it just seemed like, you know, he didn't really have anything to do at the time. The whole thing was just like, just wait, don't force things, let things unfold and manifest. But in that time of not forcing and making someone, okay, let's say this 10 of Cups, this 10 of Pentacles, they wanted to go and offer their cup to someone. It's like, no, now's not the time. Just let them do their thing. They're so busy and they're creating this whatever they're trying to for themselves. And so in the meantime, they just had to sit there. It's like, what do I do with myself? I'm so bored. And so that's where I see that awakening happening, because it's like they went through every single king in that time. Like, I just feel like it might have been tumultuous with all these ships in the rocky waters. Like, it might have been lesson after lesson after lesson. And finally, it's like, okay, you've emerged victorious. I don't know if they're sitting there and waiting for that energy, this Page of Pentacles, to come and make like the first move, and be like, hey, look at all these things. Like, I think you would be good for my business. Come on in and do this or something. I'm going to say business because Pentacles is usually money focused. But yeah, no, this other one is so far off doing all its own things that now that the Knight has embodied all the kings, all the moral lessons, stepped into their king status, now it's for them to take charge. Because, you know what? I don't even think that old energy needs to come out. I don't know why I keep looking for it, because it's not the same. They are not the same person, and I just find that weird. Oh, here he is. He's just sitting there, like, I kind of get like Dick Tracy type vibes, and he's just sitting there smoking. And then the funny thing is at the end, then he goes to the Queen of Pentacles, who's so busy, and then like, look, now they're smoking together. And they've got children, all these pentacles. But this is how the energy has changed. So it went from, this one kind of feels like aloof, whatever, kind of player vibes actually, you know, like, yeah, whatever, I can get anyone I want, they come to me. And then it's like, in that time, it's like, oh wait, they didn't. And so then they were like, well, damn, I can't be a knight, I gotta be a king. And then they embraced all this again spiritual lessons and stepped into the role of the emperor. So now that we've got this emperor energy, we can put this like player Casanova type energy away. And I don't know, I think we just gotta leave. It's weird with this 10 of Cups. It's like there is this happy ending, but it's like, I don't know, something just can't go. But it's like, because now stepping into this emperor energy, emperor, they can take charge now, because they have the minds and the heart together, they've got the stability, and now they've got the drive and the passion. So whatever this emperor goes for, do you know how powerful that's going to be? Their target will be met and locked because they've really done the soul growth. So I don't see this card being sideways for too much longer. It's going to be either a yes or no, and whatever happens from that comes healing and letting that energy grow into what it needs to be, because it's that being stuck of not knowing that is the worst sometimes. The Emperor wants to say something. Okay. Okay. It's funny. So he wants to talk to the Page of Pentacles, who's off in the reverse, not negative. And they're like, you need to stop focusing only on work and projects, and you need to open your heart a little bit more. I haven't gone through all this just to wait for a page. Right? He's an emperor. And as I looked over, there's just the little book, and on it is the Empress. He's like, I'm waiting for my freaking Empress, and you're sitting here as a page. And pages, you got to start somewhere, but you're not supposed to stay there. And you've mastered and you've learned these things. So step up already, open your heart, and they're like, you don't have anything else to prove when it comes to money and stability and those things. It's time for this. But the Emperor, here's some nugget of wisdom for them. When you start off with the minor arcana, the Pentacles is the last suit that you master. So I feel like this Page of Pentacles has already been, you know, in the wands, the cups, the swords, the, you know, now it's like that was an emotional roller coaster, and now they want to just focus on themselves and create. I'm hearing they just want to create without having to depend on others, because others, the people that they aligned with weren't in alignment. And so it's very crucial for them to focus now only on themselves so that they can get into the Empress energy to find alignment with the Emperor. So I have a question. I'm hearing for the Page of Pentacles about that whole working behind. They're like, they've already been working behind the scenes, and they've been doing the soul work. I'm picking up. Okay, so I did pull 3 more cards. Oh, sun's coming out again. We got the Sun card because the sun's coming out. We have Fool in reverse. And then we have, surprisingly, the Knight of Pentacles that I searched forever is finally back out. But now it's in reverse. This Pentacles doesn't trust this Emperor, actually. They don't trust the Emperor. Oh, because he has player vibe. That's what they're like. They're like, why? No. Like, and I think that's why this Emperor is the Emperor, is because this Page of Pentacles was like, hell no. Like, sitting here just expecting me to dote on you. You got another thing coming. So they went and they did all this work. And so this Empress also has been doing this work, but the disconnect is not in trust. This Page of Pentacles would rather stay a Page of Pentacles than step up into the Empress energy for this Emperor. Even though, okay, and here, it's just a fear that they don't know that this Emperor has stepped up yet. They still see them as the old player, Casanova type vibe. Yeah, so then we had the Sun, the Fool in reverse. Not a fool. They're like, no, I'm not gonna go take a leap of faith for something that has burned me in the past. Like, that is just insanity. I would rather focus on this that I know is a sure thing. And then because they're like, I need my Empress. As I kept pulling off the layers from the top, and then this player vibe came out, the Empress came in reverse. I was like, no, I am an Empress. I could be the Empress, but there is no trust. So how is, I feel the praying mantis energy coming back? Yeah. Okay. I'm hearing that song by Miley Cyrus, Angels Like You Can't Fly Down Here With Me. I don't know what this Emperor did in the past to have blocked or stalled this Ten of Cups energy to the sideways, but I see things being balanced or justified, and so the lesson for all of this, because I don't know how this plays out. There is healing needed still. This Page of Pentacles, they're not like, I'm just not gonna run around and just throw my heart at people, which I think this Emperor kind of wants them to do. I don't know. There's actually quite a bit hidden here still. Why are things hidden? Things are hidden because there's plotting and scheming and planning. Is it a good one? Is it a bad one? I don't know, but there are plans being made in the background, and not everybody knows. And what I find interesting is there is an ashtray and a cigarette there, which then ties into this whole 10 of Cups, happy smokers vibe ending. I wonder what that would look like if they had like redid these for today images. I'm hearing Elvis's Hound Dog. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Crying all the time. I'm hearing, okay, so with this whole planning and plotting and scheming, the things that stood out was the ashtray and the gun. And it's like there is something that has been, I don't know if it's in the past or if it's something been plotted out now in this. And it's like, you're not my friend. Like that I don't know, whatever this energy is, but it's like, I just keep hearing, you ain't no friend of mine. Okay, so I don't know. I do see a bit of bitterness. I do see hurt feelings. So message is, how can we heal, work through this, and let it go, let it flow. Because I do see everyone doing spiritual growth and lessons. It's just not, there's forgiveness needed. Okay, so the one that came out is King of Swords. And the thing that shows is just how sincere or solemn his face is. Whatever, this Page of Pentacles, she's not a Page of Pentacles, that's just what they're showing up as right now, because that's what they'd rather focus on new and building and, you know, starting something exciting. But this King of Swords needs to tell the truth about something. It's either to this Page of Pentacles or it's to this praying mantis, but maybe it is a third party situation only because 1, 2, 3. I don't know. Something ain't adding up in this little triangle, but there is wish fulfillment being stalled. Money and finances stopping and blocking a complete, happy, stable foundation. And I'm seeing this Empress energy just be like, no thank you. A message for the Page of Pentacles / Empress in reverse. No man is an island. I see this person working really, really hard, and they feel like they have to do it on their own. And the only thing that Spirit wants to really share is, you're working so hard. You're working so hard that you don't have to burn yourself out to that degree. So they're saying to have a change in perspective when it comes to sharing the load. Everything here is perfectly balanced. It's a happy, stable home. With the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, it's almost saying you don't need to go out in an aggressive way and try to control or contain things. I'm seeing like you have hopes and you have wishes and you have these manifestations that are going to unfold. but it's not going to unfold the way that you think it is. It's actually by you softening, and it's with partnerships. I feel like you're going to meet someone who is going to lessen some of the work, and it's like going to be in a fun way. It's almost like, I've been really looking for someone to help me with this, and this is what this person does, and then it's like I'm just seeing two people like laugh and like go off. They're like hee 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 hee, and it's going to be easier. And so rather than trying to control and things, it's going to unfold and be gifted in a different way. So you can work and work and work and burn yourself out and stay with a closed heart and not happy and just working on money and stability, because, I don't think anyone just wakes up and chooses financial things over commitment, joy, love, community, friendship. But something must have got you in that situation where you're like, I don't want to end up trapped or something again, right? And so it's saying you have the skills, you have everything to free yourself from the past. And even if you don't want to be this empress for this emperor, that's your choice. But I do see forgiveness, I do see healing, and I do see coming to terms, and then this change of events turning into the 10 of Cups / there's so many cards, 10 of Pentacles. Like, here's a power couple, and once you forgive and you heal, oh wow, that's going to be so powerful. And then just look at how happy these cards are. That's going to be like, I can't explain whatever that dream is to you. So, anything else you want to touch on, Spirit? Because I feel like this is already getting late. Ooh, we pulled back up. Pulled back up on the Empress. Empress, be nice to yourself. Be soft. Be as loving as you are to others, and start giving that love to yourself. Because maybe you didn't get that love from others, but you also didn't give it to yourself. And so that's the crummy part, is the lack of self-love. Now, don't be hard on yourself for that, because we have patterns when we're younger, how we think that we're supposed to behave, and then, we grow up and we act a different way. And how do you grow and learn from all those things is what they really want you to know. They say pull one more for... Yeah, I feel like this Empress has been in like a real struggle, a real fight. And so the last message for her, this is in reverse, was the 7 of Wands in reverse. There's no attack coming this time. I think in the last time it was a lot of conflict, and I'm feeling that actually. Yeah, whoever this like player Knight of Pentacles energy was, it was a lot. It was too much. And so it's saying like, you're safe. You're safe from the attacks and whatever this scheming and plotting and planning in the past and things, just you made it. You can breathe a breath of fresh air, and on the other side is everything that you worked so hard for. But don't work so hard that you forget to stop and enjoy and be happy and enjoy. That's what they keep saying. Get to enjoy the time, because man, have you worked hard, and it's time to not work as hard anymore. All right, we'll leave it there. No, we're gonna pull one of these. My friend made these, and they're just like little love vitamins or happy pills, whatever, but she wrote like little messages on them. And she gave me some to write on my own. And she said not to use the ones that she did for me, but only to use my own. But silly me, put them all in the same box. So if it's not appropriate, we won't read it, but okay, this is one that she wrote, but I'm gonna read it anyways, just because it's funny. Because there was a bit of drama in this reading, and there was a need to speak up and be clear. I feel like from the Emperor King of Sword card, but it says, singing in the shower is fun until you get soap in your mouth. Then it's a soap opera. So reflect on that however you see fit. It's like a telenovela I'm picking up. This is a telenovela. There's a lot of drama in this reading, but I do see happiness in the end if everyone just follows their heart. The heart needs to talk. The mind knows, and I don't know what's up with the praying mantis energy, but I don't know. Maybe there's some need to go and look up spiritual meaning of praying mantis. Or maybe there's synchronicities of praying mantises that have been following you. I don't know. We're going to let it go. All right. Bye, guys.